Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you for the opportunity. What we are engaged in right now, in terms of introducing the Section 15, A to D, is an attempt to amend the Constitution through the back door. We are trying to change the functions of Parliament, and to change the functions of Parliament, then let us subject it to Article 256 of the Constitution. We bring a substantive motion that must be passed by 2/3 majority. And then, because the functions of Parliament are entrenched under Article 255, we must subject it to a referendum. We cannot do what we are trying to do here. Number two, the only way you become a member of this House is through an election or a nomination. It's not by making a report under Article 154, Clause 4A. Under Article 254, the commissions, independent constitutional commissions and holders of independent offices are required to make reports to Parliament. Do they come to the floor of Parliament? Reports to Parliament are made through the clerk. There's no other way you make a report to Parliament other than through a clerk. Number two, I would challenge those who are supporting this motion to give me a single example from across the world where non-members of Parliament address Parliament. In the parliamentary system in the UK, you have to be a member of Parliament before you become a cabinet minister. The same to Israel, and that's when you have got power originating from the House. And when the executive originates from the House, the executive has a place in the House, and they can address the House. Where the executive is directly elected by the people, it's a stranger in the House. And that's why even for the president to address this House, he invokes a particular provision of the Constitution. The president cannot walk through that door and address this House. He has no locus. He cannot address us. So we cannot begin playing with this Constitution as if it doesn't matter. And I assure this House, this thing, if we waste our time to pass it, the courts will shoot it down. It's going nowhere. The courts will shoot it down. That's the truth, because the Constitution is very clear. If you look at the mode of asking questions, as presenters have said before me, just look at how they muzzle the freedom of expression. So what's the purpose of having this kind of engagement that can bear no fruit? Why should I surrender my will to the Speaker? Why should I surrender my will to the Speaker? My will in this House is unbridled. That's why we enjoy the privileges we enjoy when on the floor of this House, to be able to say things as they are. When the Speaker says that he has to decide what we say, what are we up to? Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, I request you to pay attention to what I'm going to say. Mr. Speaker, sir, you personally are conflicted. And you are conflicted because you signed this document that's under debate. You cannot be a referee in a game where you are also a player. I don't understand how it was possible for you to chair this committee and also to vote. The standing order don't allow. The Speaker don't have a vote. And the Constitution doesn't allow speakers to vote on issues. They are referees. So you cannot be conflicted and then you sponsor a motion in the guise of a motion being from the members. Mr. Speaker, for lack of a better word, that is conduct unbecoming. And I would pray that you withdraw this motion and let it go through the proper procedure for getting us to debate an issue on the floor of the House. Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank you very much. And I vehemently oppose